It's Boxing Day. It's 7 o'clock. And live here with you, we're here for another special edition of Mental Monday. Welcome to Mental Christmas. With you for the next half an hour is myself, Symons. I'm the owner here of Stay Swimming. It's once again a pleasure to be with you all. I'll just move the camera down so you can see me. We are streaming live on YouTube at the moment. Let me know you're here. Do say hello. I'd like to know that everyone's here. And let me just check that I am live at the moment. Yes, I am live at the moment. Right, so there we are. Welcome. And today we will be taking, as usual, as we normally do on Mental Monday, we take your questions. So if you have any questions you want to ask me, then put them in the chat and I will get around to those. So we're on there for half an hour, but if you have any more questions that take longer, then it takes longer. The maximum I will do, I haven't actually got a maximum, to be honest. So if you want to ask questions all day, then we can do this all day. But let me know you're here. And let me tell you a bit about why we are doing so many live streams. We did 2 yesterday, 1 Christmas Eve, and we've got one every single day from now until New Year's. Every single day. We will be live right here, 7 p.m. That's UTC, by the way. 7 p.m. right here. So, a bit about why we're doing this. As many of you would have experienced, Christmas can be a difficult time. And whereas we could just write about that and talk about it, in fact, there are no articles at all about Christmas on our blog at all, except for there isn't actually. So the reason why we're here is because Christmas is difficult, and you don't want to be reading about how difficult it is. You want to know how to deal with that. But when you look at another blog, say, that has mental health tips, they're different from each person. You can directly ask questions here. This is, we believe this is the best way of giving you help and making things better is to actively be there. So we are right here with you. We are here for the next half an hour, right here with you, helping you on that mental health journey. So let's kick things off. If we have a first question, please do put it in the chat and we'll be right here. I'll answer it straight away. If you want to see the website, it is linked in the description below, but I'll link it in the chat anyway. Our website is stayswim.wordpress.com. Right there. If you want to go right ahead, you copy and paste that link over, put it in the browser, press go, and you will go straight to our official website. So, does anyone have their first question? Anything you want to ask me, anything at all, put it in the chat and I'll get straight to it. Okay, well, as it's taken a little while for people to get warmed up, keep the questions coming in. I will just start talking about what will be launched on the website later today, which is the 2019 strategy. Now, I'm doing one of these every year. This is the first one for Stay Swimming, as Stay Swimming is in its first year, and it's only a fairly new site. There's not that much content on there at the moment. Obviously, that's going to be changing. There's a lot more content being produced. However, the content has been slightly held back because of The Darkness, which is a book I'm writing. I'm an author, so writing books is kind of my job. But it's on Wattpad. I decided that I wasn't going to publish it directly. So it's on Wattpad, so it's free. Anyone can read it. So it's completely free on Wattpad, and it will be launched New Year's Day, midnight. Fireworks going off. Darkness launches. It's about 2 children with mental health problems, Zach and Lily, and there'll be various teasers and things coming out. So not to spoil it now, but there is a lot of relatable content. Even if you don't have mental health problems, there's some eccentric characters in there. It's designed just to be a crazy out there. It's not in any particular style of novel. It's not any genre specifically. It's just a collection of people all muddled together and following the challenges that brings. And that's all it is to it. It will be launched New Year's Day. I've got the first chapter. I'm still actually editing the first chapter because there's a few more things I want to do. with it. Just I want to throw in a few more different people. But it's important that the reason why I'm doing it is not for my writing. It is because of the website. The reason why I'm writing this entire book, it's an entire book. It will be an entire book. It'll be released a chapter a week. So we'll get up to an entire book by the time the whole project is finished, which will be over a considerable number of months, possibly even going into a couple of years. Although there will be bonus content, so it will probably be done by next year. So chapter a week, every week. Depending on how much content there is, some chapters might be longer. I mean, the chapter 1 averages 5,000 words, but I think I'm going to extend it up to 7,500. So, anyway, it'll be released chapter a week. So just keep tuned. What you see is not all of it, but it will keep coming out. And I might even do more projects like this in the future if I have the time and the resources to do so. But what's important, though, is that the entire idea of that project is to say that mental health is normal, is effectively what it is that even if you don't have mental health, we're all slightly crazy. We all have something that we're a bit nuts over. And it's just about not having a divide between those with mental health and those without mental health. It's about blurring that boundary and connecting those two separate worlds, which they are clearly distinct at the moment, and it's just about fusing them together, and that's what I'm trying to achieve. So, bit more about 2019 plan. I will think as it's near going on the website later. I think if there's no questions, I will take this opportunity to run through the 2019 plan, and then once I've done that, I will talk some more about how you can New Year's as well, because New Year's can also be a difficult time. Especially depression, for instance, when you realise an entire year's passed and a new year beginning, it's difficult. So we'll obviously be talking a lot more about that. We'll be live New Year's Day as well to address anything you've had, and we'll also be live New Year's Eve. But unfortunately, because I'm launching the darkness, I can't be live on New Year's Eve. I cannot be live because I'm launching the darkness, and I need to be all over the place, and it'd just be difficult to do a live stream and get that out as well. So unfortunately, I will only be live at 7, which allows me a few hours just to set everything up for the live launch. When I say live launch, I press a button and do a tweet. It won't be a huge live stream like this. But if you do want to come along to the live launch, if you go on Wattpad, I haven't actually previewed it yet because it'll be on New Year's Day. If you stay up to date, there will be more tweets. Follow our Twitter. We're at Stay Swimming. We're on pretty much most social medias. So just do a search for us. We come straight up. We've got the same logo on everything, so you'll recognize us instantly. So what are we going to talk about then is the 2019 plan. And this is something I've been really excited to share because it's just great to see how the site's been developing so far. The kind of engagement we've been getting it's beyond my expectations. The same with my other website as well. The amount that I've managed to achieve in 6 months with that is humbling, actually. That's the word I was looking for. To see that people, even though I'm just, say, 17 and just not even an adult yet, but I'm still managing to get so much appreciation and credibility for my work, and actually getting people who are hiring me and then leaving me good testimonials. Great work, well done. Things like that. That, even though that's just a sentence, that means a lot to know that I can still outperform and I can still put myself with adults that have done it. It is great for my confidence. So if you do have any kind of hobby like that, not necessarily writing, although on my website, jakesymons.com, there is a young writer's guide if you're interested in that. But anything you can do, it does make you feel happy when people say you've done a good job. So just do what you love. And that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm here, because I love talking to you guys, because you guys are amazing, honestly. There's the community our website would not exist without you amazing guys who support the website, who come along to these live streams, who like, comment, subscribe. It wouldn't be done without you guys. So once again, thank you. And I'll just perform a little surgical operation on this tree. I mean, it's not that wonky. If you look at a straight pencil, it's not that wonky, as you can see. So, excuse me. So, 2019 planning. What's going to happen is the main message of that plan is more content. We're going to have more content on the site, more articles, more blog posts, more real life stories. More of what you guys love to see is going to be shared on that site. We're going to have a lot more articles. We might do mental health specific articles at some point. I try and err away from that because I like the site to be more generalized, so as many people can access it. But we can niche down if there are things people want. We'll set up a request post as well. That'll be done within the first week of 2019, where you could actually just fill out a form and request content you want to see written, and I can get that through to my email. I can write that content and then just link it all up together. We'll also do that as well. We're going to also, the darkness is obviously a huge thing that's coming out, and then we're obviously going to be running a few more events. These events where we can actually increase that engagement by coming straight to you instead of just having it every Monday at the scheduled time. We'll be doing a lot more of these as well because these are great and they're also saved. YouTube saves them automatically. So even if you are watching this on the repeat, the Q&A is still relevant because, hey, there might be a question. What we'll do is, another thing for 2019 is we are going to transcript the main questions and put them in the description. So not every question, but the main questions which you detailed answers, basically we're just going to transcript, caption it, and put it in the description. I don't know if I can be bothered to caption all of these live streams. I may do at some point, but I do have a lot of work on, so that might be further down the pipeline. But that is also a plan. We're also going to try and expand the team because at the moment we don't have a team. It is just me. This is a one-man band at the moment. I would like a whole orchestra of people behind me helping me. So if you're interested in that, email staySwimming@gmail.com. You preferably need experience with mental health, although that's not required as long as you have experience with helping someone or knowing someone with it. We're looking for any kind of people, and the site is not just for young people. It's for the site's for everyone. It's not just for young people, although as a young person, I kind of attune my style of writing and talking on these live streams to young people because that's just my audience and what I'm good at. We're looking, if people are older, for instance, and want to work on the team and can talk to an older audience, then that would also be appreciated. I think that when we do expand to the team, if we talk to the audience that we're best at talking to. So I'm best at talking to young people. If you're an adult, I'm best at talking to other adults, for instance, or say a pensioner and can talk to other people in that age range, then we can actually create different kind of posts with different fields within the site, which can just attune it to more audience, and then we can tag them all up. So if you're a young person, you can see all the articles designed for you, and then instead of having to search for them all. But at the moment, all my articles are general because I do not have a team, and therefore I have to make all the articles just general. But I like to keep my style of writing the same because I like my style of writing because that is what makes my writing different from other people's. Is that it's my writing. So I like to have that kind of slightly eccentric kind of youthful content with a mature voice. That's how I describe it. It's kind of very upbeat and lifting, but it's written in a very kind of posh and succinct way, which is kind of the feel I go for. That does kind of change. Sometimes it just goes completely eccentric, and sometimes it goes completely formal, depending on how I feel and what the purpose is. So that's also happening. So if you want to be part of the team, email staySwimming@gmail.com, and we will also be didn't realise it was going to do that. I just put the email in the chat and it's come up with that. As you can see, it's highlighted it as it's added me. So, I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas yesterday and it wasn't too tiring, exhausting, and we haven't all got hangovers today. I certainly, you may have been able to tell from yesterday's part 2, I may have had slightly more wine than I should have done, but hey ho, I still managed to get through the live stream, and I think that actually sounded rather good. So that's kind of the style I've adopted. It seemed really engaging, me very kind of hyped up. So that's kind of the style we're going for, because that way you guys get involved, I get involved with you in the chat. Just needed to clarify that then for a second, and then we can sort that out, and we can sort you out as well, hopefully, because we're here to help you with your problems, but not in a standard way. And I think that we are here to help you with your problems, but we're not here to help you, if that makes sense. So just thinking about how best to explain. We're not here to fix what you're going through. We're just here to provide you a space where you can feel better. And then hopefully if you feel better, then you'll just be helped. But help is kind of a secondary effect of just feeling better, because feeling better doesn't mean help. It just means you feel happy, and hey, everyone has to feel happy. And if we, me and the new team, can help you feel happy, then we should be doing everything we can to make that happen, because if we have the ability to make you happy, as I said, it's our duty to do that. And that's what we'll do. I will also update all the existing content across 2019. That will be done in January. All the existing content and on my other website is all going to be completely overhauled. Everything's going to be, well, not changed specifically, but tidied up a bit here and there and just sorted out and organised. And we're also going to get on social. We are on social, we're just not utilising it as much as we can. I think our Twitter engagement is down to hundreds. I know that my impressions on Twitter for myself are down to 5k, which is low. And I think that we just need to increase visibility, because more and more people can get help, and we can make this website and these streams more successful, because if more people are talking, then more people can get help, because during these streams you can help each other as well. We're all a community of people with mental health or wanting to help people with it, so we can all help each other. It's not just me helping you, we all help each other. We're all in it together. And I think we need to bring more of the community aspect to the site as well. The fact that everyone here at Stay Swimming is in it together, and we're all here to help mental health. And even if you're caring for someone with mental health, that is still stressful. That is still a burden. We're here to help you as well. You don't have to have a mental health problem to be helped. We're not just, you have to have a mental health problem, otherwise you'll be turned away. No, we don't want you here. No, that's not how it is at all. We want everyone here, because we can all learn something from each other, and we can all feel slightly better if we maybe pick up a technique that may help us. So like an anxiety thing, like I'm going to use the example of count to 10. I mean, that doesn't work for everyone. So maybe someone will come up with another strategy that will work. And it's just about sharing our stories as well, because if we share our stories, then we can realize that we're not all alone in this, and we are all together. And that's the kind of community I want to create. I'm so passionate about that. You can probably tell as I was speaking very fast through that I'm passionate about building this community and building a situation where we are all helping each other. That's why I allow these live streams, all the comments, and just allow you guys to share anything you have to say, because that way we create a situation and we facilitate you helping each other. I'm facilitating you getting help. I'm not actually helping you, if that makes sense. That's the kind of ethos we want. We want to build that community, and that will be a really big focus in 2019. So we're 20 minutes in now. I spoke for much longer than I was expecting on that, but I did get a bit carried away. I'm very passionate about what I do, and I did get carried away then. So if you do have any further questions, let me know, put them in the chat, and I will get to them straight away because we will obviously be closing the live stream in half an hour, so now is the time to get your questions in. We'll close the live stream at half an hour, not in half an hour, so in 10 minutes. I do want to talk about something, though, something a bit extra, and that is the live streams that we are doing are not going to be on Instagram permanently. It was a bit wishy-washy over the last few days, but they are no longer available on Instagram, so I'm going to change all the content over the next few days. It still says on the Stay Swimming Mental Monday page that we are on Instagram, and even in the channel art and the Twitter header, it still says we are live on Instagram when we are not. And the reason for that is the Instagram engagement rate is low and the Instagram videos don't stick around. And it's easier for me to run it through. There's less technical problems when I just flip my laptop on YouTube and press live rather than trying to kind of link up Instagram to YouTube and then manage both. It creates those technical problems. In the future, if we could maybe pay for a broadcasting thing that would help us with that, then we may be able to do that in the future. But right now, and for the long term now at least, we will be not live. We will not be live on Instagram. So all our Instagram viewers will have to come here, and I'll put a notice on Instagram saying that as well. So what I did want to also talk about, and I'm talking a lot today, but I don't, these are all unscripted now. I have a list of things that I could say if there aren't any questions, but this list has to last me until New Year's Day. So for the most part, it's unscripted, and that way I can use the list when I'm really desperate and have no idea what to say. But for the most part, I like unscripted because that way, as I said yesterday, you don't feel so weighted down. And a lot of this content will be repetitive also, but that is because we're live every day and we're not going to get the same people every day. So it's always best to get the main content shared with everyone. So a lot of this is going to be repetitive, but then we'd rather people be able to watch the content live and ask questions rather than watching it on repeat and then asking questions in the chat, because then we have to get through them in the moderation queue. And really, whereas here you can just literally put a text and I can answer it straight away. So what else are we going to do for the last 6.5 minutes of this live stream? Excuse me. Ah. Sorry, I'm just I'm definitely, as I said yesterday, coming down with a cold. It's unfortunate considering there are a lot more of these live streams to do. Once every Monday and every day until New Year's Day. Yes, I'll avoid the awkward silence as much as possible, but I sometimes, if I pause, maybe you might be encouraged to ask a question if you're not listening to what I'm saying. So for the next 2 minutes, I'm going to pause. I'm not going to say a word, and I'm just going to take any questions you have. Obviously, I'll take questions after the 2 minutes, but for the next 2 minutes at least, you can just take this time to ask me any questions, and I won't say anything. Unless, of course, I get a question, in which case I'll answer it. Jingle bells. I won't sing. And there we are, we're nearly at the end of 2 minutes, so I'll just interrupt you now. Thank you for any questions you had but didn't actually say during that period. I'm sure it was a good period of reflection on your mental health and it helped you in that way instead. So that will nearly be it. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas yesterday and a wonderful Boxing Day today. And I just want to thank once again everyone who's supported the site, everyone who's supported the darkness, everyone who's come and asked questions today, everyone who's come and asked questions on other days, everyone who just continues to support the site, continues to fight for mental health. And I just want to thank everyone with mental health as well for getting up each day and actually managing just to get through a day, because that's an achievement in itself. And that is something you should be proud of, that you've got up and done a day. I know I certainly am. And you should be too, because it's hard just to do each day. But we can all do it together. And that makes it easier. So once again, thank you for everyone who's come here. And I wish everyone a Merry Christmas. If you want to know more about the website, visit stayswim.wordpress.com. And you will be able to see all the information you need, including the homepage, which is a short letter I wrote about mental health. You can read that as well. If you want to know more about me, you can go to jakesymons.com. I'll put that in the chat as well. It's linked in the description below. But that is my personal website if you want to see more about my professional writing services. And there we go. Thank you so much for everyone who's decided to spend Christmas with me over the last few days, and thanks in advance if you intend to come to any more of these live Q&A sessions. As I said, we'll be live every single day. Every single day we're going to be live right here on YouTube, 7 p.m. You don't want to miss it. But thank you for everyone who supported the website. And I will do a 2019 speech later, but I'll say that for later, because that way it will sound better on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So thank you everyone for coming. Stay Swimming, then please do go to our website, stayswimming.wordpress.com. I'm slightly repeating myself now, but just to fill out the time, have a wonderful Christmas and New Year's, and thank you for coming. I've been Jake Symons, owner here at Stay Swimming, and once again, it was a pleasure to spend another half an hour taking your mental health questions. I will see you back here tomorrow, same time, for more. Bye now.